Night of the Comet is a 1984 science fiction, comedy, and horror film written and directed by Tom Eberhardt, starring Catherine Mary Stewart, Robert Beltran, and Kelly Maroney. The story follows two high school sisters who wake up one morning to blood-red skies and the realization that the human race has been completely annihilated. It becomes evident that anyone who wasn't surrounded by steel when Earth passed through the tail of a comet has been reduced to a pile of red dust. They encounter a friendly truck driver and also take control of the airwaves at a local radio station in an attempt to get help. Unfortunately, by doing so, they attract the attention of a group of scientists who knew about the comet's effects. Now, several survivors who were only partially shielded by steel are decomposing into flesh-hungry zombies. The scientists are trying to develop a vaccine using the blood of those unaffected by the comet. As a result, this trio must not only fight off groups of wandering cannibalistic zombies, but also outmaneuver a group of desperate scientists who don't want to become like them. While writing the script, director Tom Eberhardt wanted to combine the idea of a strong female protagonist with his love for post-apocalyptic movies set in empty cities. For the female characters, he drew inspiration from Gingy Rogers. Additionally, he also found inspiration in real teenage girls he met while filming PBS specials. Without revealing any details about the script's premise, he asked them how they would react to an apocalyptic event. The girls saw the scenario as an exciting adventure, only finding a downside when the director mentioned the subject of dating. Based on these responses, Eberhardt wrote the script to be lighthearted and adventurous. Initially, he had a hard time convincing the studio to let him direct the film, but they eventually agreed when Atlantic Releasing Corporation was looking to immediately invest $700,000. Atlantic also wanted to capitalize on the success of its 1983 hit Valley Girl and the popularity of quirky drive-in movies like Repo Man. The producers clashed with the director almost immediately. Eberhardt stated that they simply didn't understand the film. Early in the project, they even tried to replace him, but after everything was said and done, Eberhardt praised their production skills, saying he couldn't have made the movie without their help. The film premiered on November 16, 1984, earning $3.5 million in its opening weekend, landing in third place. It remained in theaters for 6 weeks and grossed nearly $15 million against its $700,000 budget. The film's production designer, John Muto, used what he described as a comic book aesthetic for the film's overall look. The characters were assigned specific colors. Villains wore shades of blue and gray, while the sisters wore brighter colors. Regina's colors were deeper than Samantha's to reflect that Regina was more intellectual, while Samantha was simply more eccentric. An example of this is Samantha's cheerleading outfit, which is magenta and turquoise. When Regina exits the movie theater the morning after the comet, a poster for the 1975 film Death Race 2000 can be seen on a door. Mary Woronov appeared in both that film and Night of the Comet, though she initially doubted that this movie would have any longevity. She didn't think it would become a cult film. She believed it was just a trendy movie that would quickly become outdated. The radio station set was built in an abandoned warehouse. When Samantha is inside pretending to be a DJ, she says, "We're getting a request from all you teenage mutant comet zombies out there," which was actually the film's working title. Kelly Maroney, who played Samantha, improvised the film's famous one-liner when her gun jammed for real. The director had instructed the cast to react to unexpected occurrences in character since time and budget constraints meant reshoots had to be avoided at all costs. The scenes of an empty Los Angeles were filmed in the early morning on regular weekdays and even on Christmas Day. The deserted city shots were captured quickly while traffic was stopped at red lights. Catherine Mary Stewart performed most of her own stunts, except for riding a motorcycle through Los Angeles. Long shots of Stewart on the bike were done by a stunt double, while close-ups were filmed with the motorcycle placed on top of a flatbed truck. The director also recalled receiving praise for his creativity when depicting Kelly Maroney's character stepping out of an elevator by focusing on her feet rather than using a conventional mid-body or full-body shot. However, this choice wasn't intentional. They were running out of time at that location, and since the actress was unavailable for additional shots, a crew member stood in for the character. With no real elevator to film, 2 screens were used in a close-up shot and manually separated by stagehands to simulate the elevator doors opening. In the scene where Samantha argues with her stepmother, Doris, at the beginning of the movie, Doris is played by Sharon Farrell. To get the right reaction from Samantha when she is slapped, Farrell actually hit her for real, making the response completely authentic. Speaking of Sharon Farrell, while her role in the film is brief, she has an incredible real-life story. In 1970, she suffered an embolism that caused her heart to stop beating for 4 minutes. She ended up with severe brain damage, leading to memory loss and physical disabilities. Farrell worked incredibly hard to recover her abilities. During this time, she kept her condition a complete secret on the advice of her friend, actor Steve McQueen. He warned her that if Hollywood found out, her career would be over. Despite this hidden illness, Farrell continued working steadily for decades. Go back and take another look at this underrated gem. You might just enjoy it.
Here we end. Thank you for your attention. Like and subscribe. There are many interesting things ahead. Good luck.